Liverpool versus everybody. Listen, um, as the title says, I know we're all excited to see Salah play tomorrow, rightfully so. I think the whole world should be excited to see Salah play. And it's a big if. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't care if your shoulders hurt. Get in there and play. You're our best player. You gotta. Let me see you fight for your country. I don't know, but if there's anybody, any team, any players that are gonna test that shoulder, it's Uruguay, and it's Godin and it's Jimenez. It could be even Suarez on set pieces or just when he can off the ball. He's going to be tested tomorrow if he plays. I mean, I almost cringed when I saw the image of this fan the other day ran up on him to get a picture and he grabbed his shoulder and you could see Salah was like, "Damn, son, you chill out. You grabbed my shoulder too hard." It's gonna be interesting to see. This is gonna be a physical game, and is Egypt up for it? Is Salah up for it? That's what it's gonna really come down to. I feel like Uruguay is one of those teams, even though they have some attacking players, two of the best ones actually, as far as forward players. They'll be more of a sit back, kind of soak up pressure, counter attack team. So, it's basically going to be Salah versus this team, and there's no disrespect to the Egypt squad, but Salah is their main man, and he's gonna everything they do. I would imagine will be going through him if he plays. If they don't, hey, maybe they feel like we can get wins against Saudi Arabia, who got absolutely hammered today. It was embarrassing. And Russia, you would think on paper those teams they can knock out. But I don't know. Tomorrow's game, I'm really worried, man, for Salah. I probably shouldn't be. It's out of my hands anyway. But I don't want anything further to happen to him. But again, like I said, in this game against that team with those players, that shoulder will be more than tested. Shoulder budge, hitting the back, something off the ball, extra physical, going up for header. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. And the thing is with Salah is that you don't want a player out there playing with that on his mind, that his shoulders hurt or if he does something a certain way can get hurt again. So honestly, for me, I want to see him play, but for me, and not just coming from a Liverpool fan's perspective, but for me, just for that country, tomorrow's game is not a must win for them. I mean, it really isn't. The Saudi Arabia game, yes. The Russian game, yes. But tomorrow is not a must win for them, I don't think. And so maybe the thinking could be, let's try to wrap him up, for just one more week, a few more days, see how he's looking, and then get him out there because you don't want to risk that. I mean, just for in general for the play, you don't want him see him walking off another competition, in tears, hurt, and arguably extending this period of regroup and just recovery from that. So clearly, it wasn't that big of an injury. I mean, big enough, but the fact that he's back now is good. It's good, and I just hope that it's not something that's reoccurring, and that it doesn't swell up again, or there's no serious injury to him in this game tomorrow. So those are just my thoughts, man. Tomorrow's game should be good. That was a horrid first game for the World Cup, but I mean, it is what it is. Host nation playing against a inferior foe, really. I mean, the thing about Saudi Arabia is they looked good in certain patches of that game, but they were just too wasteful, too sloppy, giving the ball away. The manager was the former Chilean manager, Pizza, I think, or Pisa, something like that. So he wanted to play that kind of flowing football, play from the back, tight spaces. And for a while, you thought, okay, wow, Saudi Arabia really, really impressed me in those first 10, 15 minutes, maybe. Not even 15 because they let the goal in. But that maybe the first 8 to 10 minutes, 12 minutes, moving the ball real silky. And they had some moments there where they could have scored the goals, but they didn't. And I don't even know if they had any shots on target, to be honest. So it kind of flatters Russia. I still don't believe in Russia. There's nothing about that team that really bothers me. What I was irritated in is that Russia apparently have a player who they called off the couch a few weeks ago because of injuries. Like I think he's almost 40 years old. They got some really aging defenders, and not that listen. Usually, an older player and goal maybe is one thing, but on the field, you got to attack those players, and maybe that credit goes to Russia because they just weren't allowed to really get that going. So yeah, Saudi Arabia just really never really got into a rhythm tonight or today. They never got in a rhythm. So and it's unfortunate because it continues to push this whole rhetoric and idea that teams like them shouldn't be. It's called the World Cup, so teams like them should be in it. because that's you never know seasons from now or World Cups in the future there may be teams on that level that can put up an upset. So you can't really say, we can't allow these teams. Now they're going to extend it, I believe, the number of participants, and I don't know. I mean, I like that, man. It's called the World Cup, and I think you should be trying to put in as many world teams as you can. I mean, it's a year where you don't have the likes of Netherlands, you don't have Chile, you don't have Italy, you don't have a lot of teams that are we're accustomed to thinking about the World Cup they're in, and they didn't make it. You have to fight to get into these tournaments, and these other teams made it. So to me, it wouldn't be right to just exclude them because of scores like that. But I mean, that's a snooze fest. Beyond that first few minutes, that's a snooze fest. And I had to go to work around, I think it was 3-0 by the time I left for work. I checked the score later thinking, like, hopefully Saudi Arabia got a goal back or two if I'm lucky. And it's 5-0. I mean, that's an atrocious first game. And listen, people will say all these things about match fixing and Putin is there and he's putting fear in people. Ah, and let me know, guys. I didn't watch all the game, of course, so I don't know, was VAR used at all, or did anything seem just strange or off about the game to you? Let me know. As I say, I didn't finish it, so but I'm glad we got that out of the way. But that's a horrid first game. I remember the last first game to open up the World Cup being that bad. But that was awful. And again, they made Russia look like they were, you know, um, Putin Cup favorites, which we all know is a joke. So Saudi Arabia, they couldn't really get it going, man. They were trying, and again, I mean, the many times that they just gave the ball to Russia, and I mean, like in tight spaces, just kicking the ball out of bounds, inadvertent. It was just really, really sloppy, man. And there were some times where if Russia was good enough, this game could have been 8-9-0, and that's not even exaggerating. I mean, there were some moments there where if Russia were just a bit better, they could have capitalized on some of Saudi Arabia's mistakes. So, I can't really see any way back from that from Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's football. Stranger things have happened, but I think they're definitely out of the conversation. So now it's Uruguay, it's Egypt, and it's Russia. And I think those are the teams people thought would be fighting for those two spots anyway. More so second spot. I think most people think Uruguay are gonna go ahead and top that. But yeah, tomorrow will be a really good game, and I'm excited, man. World Cup is back. Can't believe it. News about World Cup being in North America in 2026. Yeah. So that'd be cool. Be interesting to see as that gets closer where exactly it will be at. I think they're gonna spread it between America, Canada, and Mexico, maybe. Yeah. So that'd be interesting. And listen, it's a money thing. People will say, well, Americans, they call football soccer. They don't really. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I mean, if that was the case, it would be in Spain every year, or it would be wherever you think the biggest, you know, continent or capital or country as far as football is concerned. So it's not really about that. It's about spreading it out. So that's cool. That's something that most people could be excited about. So, but yeah, I really just want to touch on Salah, man, and I really hope that yeah, I think it will be too, Adam. I think it will be good too. I just hope Salah can stay fit. I think these players, Godin, Jimenez, the Cannibal, yeah, these people are going to try his shoulder, and this is going to be a physical battle, and I just hope that they're up for it. And if he's not fit to play, fit enough to play, I think you just sit him. I think you just sit him. Why risk a further injury to his shoulder? So we'll see what happens, and yeah, this wasn't planned, guys, but I was just sitting thinking about it, so I came on and spoke about it. So maybe I'll see you guys soon, maybe not. Either way, enjoy the World Cup.